Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about books, trading books, psychology books, technical analysis, that type of thing. Um, I kind of set up a deal with Audible. If you type Bonpara dash 20, I don't even know if you need that dash 20. When you go to Audible, you'll get a free month. What Audible is it's like 10 bucks a month or something, and you get a free audiobook every month. And this is my favorite way of learning about this kind of stuff because I can just go for a walk, put in my headphones, do an audio book and just learn, right? Just, get outside, get some fresh air, get your body moving, do some learning at the same time. Some of these are going to be on Audible, some of them are not, but all of them what I recommend. So if you're out there and you're new and you're itching to learn, or even if you've been around for a while and you're itching to learn a bit, check these out. So first, we're going to go with technical analysis, and this one's going to be real short because this is really all I think you need. Technical analysis is something that's very personal. You're gonna read. Everyone's going to read a chart differently. Everybody's going to develop a different strategy. So actually, reading the charts, I don't think you need too much. But here's Brian Shannon, who I have been following on YouTube for years. I've watched his weekly wrap-ups for years and years and years. 100% knows what he's doing. Um, Best technician I would say that I've seen, and that doesn't mean that he nails every call or anything like that, but he's really calm and collective, and he looks at things impartially and doesn't take wild risks, and knows that everything out there in technical analysis, although the best form of analysis in trading is subjective, subjective and uncertain. So great guy to follow on YouTube. Great book. Bought the thing, read the thing. It was great. Um, so the book's just called Technical Analysis Using Multiple Time Frames. By the time you read this, you should just be good to go on all things technical analysis. But as I'm sure he would tell you if you asked him, very small part of trading, technical analysis. Most people can read charts. I was it was interesting. I was in a webinar one time, and the guy started the webinar with a series of charts, and he would show half a chart, and he would ask people, okay, is this a bullish or a bearish pattern? And 90% of people would get it right. And then he'd put another chart and he'd say, is this bullish or bearish or a neutral pattern? 90% of people would get it right. He did that for like 6 charts. And he's like, why are you here? Right? So we know that there's more to just trading than reading charts. Right? We all understand uptrends and downtrends and um, when things have maybe gone too much and need a break or these type of things. We all get this. But if you don't yet, this is the book right here. It's a great, great book. So trading. So trading, I'm going to say, is completely different from technical analysis because this is going to be how to build yourself as a trader. Two books here, same guy, Mike Belfiore. I took a class with SMB. It was a good class. These books are great. Both One Good Trade is an audiobook. The Playbook is not yet. I think they might be trying to do that. I hope they do. I love audiobooks. Um, One Good Trade is great. It's a little bit older. It just talks about how he built what's probably one of the most successful prop firms in the world, right? So what the traders looked for, what they did, the concept of one good trade, the concept that your job is just to come in, sit down, and make one good trade, and then one good trade, and then one good trade. It's still something I have written on my monitors, even though I'm an algorithmic trader and it's all my bot. It's just his job is just to do that. The playbook I thought was absolutely phenomenal. If you only have to read one, I would go with the playbook. It essentially is a step-by-step process to teach you how to uh, take a day's worth of trading and turn it into 10 days worth of trading, right? So it tells you, really quickens that learning curve of, okay, I'm going to trade and then I'm going to review what I did well and then wake up in the morning and I'm going to review what I did well last night and then I'm going to try to start to see patterns on what I do well and just do more of that and less of the shit that doesn't work. So these are great. Again, if you're a reader, the Playbook. If you're an audio guy, One Good Trade. Again, I'd recommend both. These are two other great trading books. Reminiscence of a Stock Operator is kind of a have to, I would say. If you're in the trading business and you have not read this book or listened to the audiobook, what are you doing with your life? This is like it's like 50 years old plus. It's a fictional story based off a real person. Um, and it's just great. It just talks about a guy's story, a guy's road to becoming a trader, the ups and the downs, and all the different things. Some of it's obviously way back in the day, so a lot of the technology is going to be dated, but that's fine. Second one, I wasn't sure whether to put in trading or psychology, but I left it in trading because it is actually about trading. The late Mark Douglas, anything he's done, absolutely found fantastic. Trading in the Zone, no different. It gets a little bit hippie, woo-woo in the middle, but anyone who's followed me for any length of time know I love that stuff. And there's no replacement for just this book's talk about um, how to deal with the mental aspects of trading, because that's really where most people fail, is this mental side of trading, where they know what to do and they know what they should be doing, but they do something else, right? So this is a book on how to combat that, and these are great. Again, every one of these I've read, and every one of these highly recommend. Okay, so now we're in the psychology. And again, I would say that 90% of people who come to me and with my mentoring, and again, the email for the mentoring class, if you'd like to do that with me, is down below. Um, 90% of people, it's some sort of psychological issue. There's different ways to mitigate that with trading setups and more algorithmic or back tested trading and stuff like that. But in the end of the day, you got to conquer your psychology. So whether or not you're a trader, if you started on another YouTube rabbit hole and you're here now and you have absolutely nothing to do with trading, still read Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. There's a revised edition that I also read. I forget the guy name who wrote it. That's good too. Um, Everybody on the planet, like when I have a kid, when they can read, they'll read this book. It's um, completely changed the way you understand how your brain reacts under different circumstances. So again, everybody should read Psycho-Cybernetics. It's almost indescribable how awesome, um, life changing that book is. The second one is The Power of Habit, and this is really important for traders, especially because again, most of the people I talk to, most of the people I mentor, they have a problem with bad habits. They keep doing things that after they do them, they know they shouldn't have done them, and it's just a habit that they keep going through. So this is teaches about how you build a habit in your brain, how you can reprogram your brain to build different habits, and how you can squelch bad habits, which for me personally was huge in my trading career. Learning how to change things that were wrong and how to build proper habits, right? Do you show up late to your morning review? Well, that's a habit, right? You're not in your seat when you should be. That's a habit. So we'll teach you how to build new habits. Obviously great for other aspects of life, but very important in trading. Mindset by Carol Dweck. She's great. There's a couple TED Talks by Carol as well. You should listen to those. They're great. Um, so mindset, the new psychology of success, and this has a lot to talk about the feedback loops of success and how to uh, create success by creating success, and again trying to get yourself into the mindset, because if you're struggling trading, and you can identify an uptrend and a downtrend, and you can use a simple tool like trade ideas to backtest a strategy, and you're still failing, there's something else wrong. So these are the things to focus on for sure. Um, the other one, the last one I believe here, is thinking fast and slow, and that has to do with two different processes of the brain. How the brain processes information in different ways. And one cool thing about this book is they'll ask you a question and then have you answer it in your mind and then give you the answer and show you how wrong you are. So a lot of this has to do with talking about how we're really bad at jumping to conclusions and building weird patterns and this type of things. And then I just wrote, because I didn't want this video to go on for 1,000 years, everything by Brett Steenbarger. If you're a trader, you Google Brett Steenbarger on Amazon and you just buy everything the man's ever done. And you go to his blog daily. Um, if you haven't heard of him and you're a trader, again, what are you doing with your life? But he is probably the foremost expert in trading psychology and in improvement of trading success, and genius is not a strong enough word. So um, definitely everything by him. I keep turning behind me to look at my bookshelf. I don't know why you guys can't see me, but I have pretty much everything he's ever done. And if I am missing something, I'll definitely get to it at some point. So that's what I would recommend. Again, if you know a lot about trading and you're still failing, focus on the Mike Belfiore books and the psychology books. If you're brand spanking new, I would go in the order I presented it to you, because if you talk to a new trader and you tell them that psychology is the thing that is breaking them, they won't believe you. If you go to a seasoned trader and you tell them that uh, that's the problem, they'll 100% agree, right? So this is the kind of three starting books if you were just you want to just get started from the ground up. It would be Brian Shannon's Technical Analysis, Multiple Time Frames, just to learn about charts, learn some good strategies right off the bat, learn why technical analysis works. The playbook, right? Now that you've learned technical analysis, read the playbook, do what he recommends by building your own playbook of very profitable trades. Again, a lot of people ask of my trading robot, which again, there's live trading videos on this channel if you're interested, how I came up with them and the strategies. And most of the strategies I came up from by doing the playbook, by building my own playbook and then sitting down with trade ideas and saying, this thing, how do I plug this into a system and have it do it for me? And then again, after that, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, just get your brain in order. And that will go back to, you can watch the video on mindfulness, confirmation bias, these type of things. That will go into that as well. So, those who are thirsty to learn, get to work. And